A hung parliament sounds scary, and to the major parties comfortable with unchallenged power, it is scary. Australia has been a Liberal Labor duopoly for years, offering Australians an illusion of a choice between so-called left and right politics. For years, we've watched the Liberal and National parties follow Labor to the left, chasing votes with recycled policies instead of offering Australians genuine contests of ideas. Today's Liberal Nationals are further left than old Labor, while Labor sits somewhere in the communist corner with the Greens. The only thing Labor and the Liberal Nationals seem to disagree on these days is the time frame for their extreme policies and the colour of their campaign banners. The real Australians, workers, libertarians, conservatives, and the quiet Australians are left with no one to represent us. A choice between bad and less bad is not a choice. When major parties abandon their base and their principles, minor parties grow and take their place. Minor parties exist to challenge the major parties' ideology and to re-engage with alienated voters. It's their role to restore the balance, restore accountability, be a safeguard. If minor parties win enough seats, we'll simply stand as the opposition to major party madness and stop the majors from pursuing their anti-Australian agenda. Hung parliaments force the arrogant old parties back to the negotiating table to reform their policies and to listen to your needs. A hung parliament breaks up the born-to-rule mentality and guarantees the return of governance by the people for the people. A hung parliament is a natural consequence of the failure of lib-lab duopoly. Every day that a vaccine mandate denies an Australian their right to work is a failure. Every bill that seeks to erode public liberty and privacy is a failure. Every dollar wasted on UN activism is a failure. A hung parliament puts the brakes on tyranny. Smaller, fresher parties will restore the balance to political power. With minor parties, Parliament becomes democratic, returning Australia to the path of social, moral and economic vitality.